Hi kids, how are you? Today we are going to check something special. Okay, this is for your class of English viajero. Okay, in Spanish you call it that way. And I am going to show you some places that you can visit in London. Okay, so your teacher is going to explain you what you will do with this information. Okay, I'm going to explain you, and maybe you could create a project, but I'm telling you, in the class, the teacher is going to explain you what you will do specifically. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this presentation. Look, I selected London because we are doing Cambridge exam. Well, the United Kingdom is well, look, the United Kingdom has London and has Scotland, okay? But in this case, I want you to look at places to visit in London, okay? So please pay attention. London, okay? London is the capital of England. It is a political and business center. The heart of London is the city. Okay, so if you go to London, it's going to be a city, and you can visit places such as the Big Ben, the one that you are looking in my back. Okay, this is the oldest part of London, the city. Many people work in the city, but very few live there. Okay, there are many banks and other offices there too. You can visit some interesting places in the city or near it. Okay, one of them is the Tower of London. The Tower of London was a fortress. Okay, a fortress is a palace or a prison. Okay, also it was a king's zoo. But a fortress is when, for example, there's a war and you need a place to protect you and your soldiers or your people. You stay in a fortress. The Tower of London was also used as a palace. It was also a prison, and also it was a king's zoo. So this place was used in different forms. Nowadays, it is a museum. You can see a lot of interesting things in the halls of the White Tower. Okay, its square walls are white and very tall. That's why it's called the White Tower. Okay, because of the color. Now it's a museum. William the Conqueror built it in the 11th century, like hundreds of years ago. There are always black ravens, okay, these birds in the Tower of London. People keep them in the Tower of London and look after them very well, as they believe that London will be rich while ravens live there, okay? It's a superstition. While they continue having these kind of birds, people will be rich, okay, and will have money and good fortune. One of the greatest English churches is not far from the Tower of London. The famous English architect Sir Christopher Wren built it in the 7th century after the Great Fire. It took Sir Christopher Wren 35 years, okay, to build it, okay? It's a beautiful building with many columns and towers. In one of its towers, there is one of the largest bells in the world, okay? So also if you go to London, you can visit this, this big church, okay? The center of London is Trafalgar Square, okay? Some people say that it is the most beautiful place in London. In the middle of the square stands a tall column, okay? This tall column is called the column of Trafalgar, okay? And this complete place is called the Trafalgar Square, and people say that it's really pretty. It is a monument to Admiral Nelson, okay? Of 4 bronze lions. Look at the square from the monument, okay? So you can see the tower, and then you can see these lions, okay? And there are beautiful fountains in the square. Okay, this is a fountain. They are in the front of the National Gallery, which is one of the best pictures gallery in the world. Okay, the National Gallery is very famous, kids. It's one of the most important galleries in the world. Okay, be careful and remember that. Every day, many tourists visit this fine building with tall columns. Well, in the past, no, because nowadays we have the thing of we cannot go out. Okay, so what is it? What is this? Remember? What is this and what is this? Okay, these three places. I am showing you places that are not, they are famous, of course, but they are not the most traditional places like the Big Ben or the Buckingham Palace. Okay, I'm showing you new places. So, what was this? And what was this? How is this called? Remember? And this, the biggest what bell? And how was this called? And this word? Okay, remember that for your project. Eh? This is the city, St. Paul's Cathedral, the fountain, the raven, the Tower of London, and the bell. Now you're going to complete the text. Did you pay attention to me? Okay. Let's see. London is the what? Of England. The capital of England. It is political and business center. The heart of London is the city. It is the oldest part of London. Many people work in the city, but very few live there. There are many banks and other offices there too. You can visit some interesting places in the city or near it. One of them is the Tower of London. The Tower of London was a fortress, then a what? Remember? Yes, a palace. And then what? A prison and the King's Zoo. Now it is the what? The museum. You can see a lot of interesting things in the halls of the White Tower. It's a square. Its square walls are white and very tall. William the Conqueror built it in the 11th century. There are always black, yes, in the Tower of London. People keep them in the Tower of London and look after them very well, as they believe that London will be what? Rich while they live there. Okay? One of the greatest English, what? Remember? Churches, St. Paul's Cathedral, is not far from the Tower of London. The famous English architect Sir Christopher Wren built it in the 17th century after the Great Fire. It took Sir Christopher Wren 35 years. It is a beautiful building with many columns and towers. In one of its towers, there is one of the largest. What did I tell you about the photographs, paintings, etc. bells in the world? The center of London is Trafalgar Square. Some people say it is the most beautiful what? Place in London. In the middle of the square stands a tall column. It is a monument to Admiral Nelson. 4 bronze lions look at the square from the monument. There are 2 beautiful fountains in the square. They are in front of the National what? gallery, which is one of best picture galleries of the world. Okay, so look, my idea for this is that maybe you can find a place. Okay, maybe you can select your favorite country, and you can find some places to visit. Okay, maybe 2 or 3, and you can investigate some important or interesting facts about those places. Maybe you can find a picture or something, and you can share it with the class. Okay, I'm telling you that your teachers are going to give you the instructions, but I think that it would be a nice idea to talk about some places you can visit in a country. No, imagine, for example, Mexico City. You invite a foreign person to this city, and which place could you recommend to the person? Okay, which place do you think could be a nice place to visit? Okay, so maybe we can plan a project like that. Okay, so see you soon.